Hey guys, hope you're enjoying the 4 o'clock games. Couple of quick news and notes from the 1 o'clock games. First up, in the Baltimore game, Steve Smith has proven week after week that he is the Smith you want to own from Baltimore. 7 catches, 139 yards, and 2 touchdowns here against his former team. Torrey Smith, just 2 for 53. Salvages a day with a touchdown here for you, but it's looking bad for Torrey Smith, guys. Real bad. Meanwhile, the running back situation got a little bit clearer here. Justin Forsett had less carries in this game than Taliaferro, but it was very clear that Justin Forsett was the guy to own over Taliaferro, at least in the short term in this game. Forsett getting most of the work early on. Taliaferro kind of the guy to grind it out at the end of the game after the game was well in hand. So I think at least for the short term, Forsett is the guy you want to own, although both did well today. Both had good fantasy days. Next up, speaking of guys you want to own in the backfield, Chris Johnson versus Chris Ivory. Today, Johnson came away with the most fantasy points, but Chris Ivory showing once again that he is the fantasy running back you want to own in New York. 17 for 84 rushing in this game. Johnson nowhere near those amount of touches. Did get lucky with that touchdown, which kind of boosted him up fantasy point-wise over Ivory, but Ivory proving again that while he's healthy, he's the Jets running back you want to own. Eddie Lacy, Matt Forte squaring off against each other in the Packers-Bears game. Both of them have decent bounce-back days here. Eddie Lacy finds the end zone. Matt Forte, huge day, 171 total yards. So both look to be okay. Lacy, still the yards per carry, not looking so good, but glad to see him finally get back to the end zone. Last up, Andrew Luck showing once again why he is your #1 fantasy quarterback this year. Another 4 touchdown passes, almost another 400 passing yards. Guys, he's the guy you want. He is your #1 fantasy quarterback. I think he finishes the season as your #1 fantasy quarterback. They have a terrible defense. He's going to be throwing the ball a lot. Their running back situation, kind of a mess. They don't really run the ball that well, so they're just going to continue to throw the ball. Andrew Luck will be your #1 fantasy quarterback now and for the rest of the season. Don't forget to subscribe below for my daily fantasy updates and follow me on Twitter @MarcusCatkin.